Bonsoir, boo-boos. We're here for our romance oracle reading for the week. It's actually Friday. We're usually here on Thursdays. We've already got a jumping card, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment, falling right into line with our weekly, and honestly, the last several weeks, the message of Teshuvah. It's about self-reflection and forgiving and learning, forgiving others, forgiving ourselves, seeking forgiveness from the Creator, coming clean and getting back on track and getting back in alignment with the things that we value. And so we've been doing a lot of deep dives, searching deep inside and, reevaluating what we value and what we want for ourselves as far as love, security, the kinds of lives that we're building, what we think is possible for ourselves, how we want to express ourselves in the world, what's our purpose. And so, we're reconsidering all of these limiting beliefs that were maybe implanted from a very early age. Maybe we grew up in a family that thought you had to do something practical and you could never be artistic, or you had to, follow the straight and narrow and you couldn't do anything that was like considered an alternative lifestyle, or, maybe you feel that you're just the neon sheep of your family and you're not really understood and you've always had to fall in line. And so you've had to silence like your authenticity to sort of like, keep everyone pacified and blend in. And so now it's like we're rediscovering ourselves. How have we been holding ourselves back? Where have we had limiting beliefs? Where have we lost hope that what we want, or we feel that we are like guided to, is possible for ourselves? With our love lives, it's like, where have we settled because we've given up hope that what we really feel we deserve, or what we hope for, or what we've envisioned for ourselves is possible, right? So, it's about letting go of the past and moving forward, like fresh foot, new forward, new day, a new person, past our old patterns. You may be coming into more awareness of like how you've been tripping yourself up, or how, as it relates to our love lives, like how our programming from early on influenced us to make certain decisions and, mistakes maybe in our relationships, how that played out, how that affected us and other people in our lives, how our decisions and our actions and our subconscious reactive behavior has affected us. So it's like, it's all coming up now, and it's heavy and it's a lot. But on the other side of it, there's a lot of catharsis to just let go and be free to move forward. So forgiveness is something that we do. It's like it frees us. It frees us from, bitterness and darkness and, being just in a state of like misery all the time. And it's like this low level agony and toxic influence that can actually create illness in the body. So the more that we forgive, the more that we can let go, the more that we're setting ourselves up for a better year to come and better relationships to come. And the more we understand, in context, others and where they're coming from, and we don't take everything that has happened to us so literally or so personally, because we realize that other people were going through their stuff too, and they weren't perfect either. Okay, so what else do we need to know for the week? What's going to help us? What's the best way we can serve ourselves in our love life this week? What's the best we can do? It's going to be the most useful way to direct our focus and energy. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So yeah, this is like your feelings matter, your needs matter, and it's really good to, while we're in this self-evaluation, and Venus is going direct, so we've been asking what we love and why we love it. And now it's like, now that we've been kind of evaluating that, now that Venus is going forward, it's like things are really becoming more clear. It's like we're waking up from the fog and we're like, oh, okay, so now we're seeing what in our lives is not in alignment with what we love and why, and what we need to do to get rid of the things that aren't in alignment in our life, so that we can put our energy and our resources and allow space for what is to come in. And so part of that is just paying attention. What do I feel? What do I need from a romantic relationship? How do I want to feel within a relationship? What do I need to what do I need to understand about myself as a deal breaker or a preference? And just being really clear about that so that as you move forward, you can create based on that. And if something isn't in alignment with that, you're like, okay, there's no reason to, squander my time or my resources or my attention or my intentions or my attention. All right. Alrighty. What else do we need to know going forward this week? Ooh, as it pertains to our romantic lives. Let's see. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So as we forgive the past and we offload ourselves of those patterns and that baggage, and as we pass these tests and up level, and we move forward and we deepen our self-worth and we get more clear about what we want and what we will accept for ourselves and what we won't, it's like then we're calling in things that are people, relationships, experiences that are more in alignment with us, that reciprocate the desire to invest back, right? So, be sure moving forward that you're going after not only like what it is that you want, that this, what you are attracting in and what you are entertaining is not only the things that you are looking for, but also that it is reciprocated in an equal way. Like you have common goals and interests within the relationship, common intentions. Okay. One last card, and then we'll clarify with some of the Psychic Hearts Tarot. What do we need to know to finish this message out so that we can really solidify what we need to take away from this? Okay, very soon. So the more clear that we get on what it is that we're looking for, what it is that we don't want, what it is that we are definitely saying no to, what we're letting go of and making space for, it's very quickly things can move in a direction. If you've already been doing a lot of work in this area, then maybe a lot of it is that there are just other planes at the gate, right? And we need to clear the space because things might, opportunities might be circling the runway. So clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. Basically is the synopsis of what we've been saying. It's like, get really clear on what it is that you want, what you need, how you feel, how you want to feel, what you want to call in and what you will not accept. Get really clear on deal breakers and preferences and non-negotiables. Like, I have to have someone who's this way. I can't have someone who's not. That kind of thing. Or I will never be with someone like this. I can't do it. I know that it's not me. I've tried, blah, blah, blah. All of those things. And then, make sure all of those things are in alignment, that it is reciprocated and, timing and everything has to be there too. So, all right. Now, let's see. Let's get some clarity on forgiving and learning. What is this forgiving and learning all about? What more do we need to learn? What more do we need to forgive? Where do we need to focus our forgiveness? Or what will forgiveness bring in for us? Ooh, seek. So this is Hermit and Empress. So this is saying, look, if you go deep into this deep dive, the Hermit is the seeker. The Hermit goes inward and does deep thinking and deep searching and deep connection with Spirit and Holy Spirit to get that divine guidance, and does that as a discipline often, and isn't afraid to spend quality solitary time alone in quiet and stillness to get that kind of divine guidance and communication, and to be able to tune in, past all the static, to get down to the heart, the deepest part of the heart's message. So as we do the forgiving and learning, and as we go deep within, search ourselves deep within to forgive deeply and learn deeply, the more that we learn from this, the more that we allow ourselves to open up to it, the more that we embrace it, the bigger the benefits. Nurture card, this is the Empress. The Empress has integrated the divine masculine and feminine parts of the self, meaning she can be divinely inspired and have faith beyond reason and not worry about the absurdity of intuition, but follow that guidance and not need any guarantees. Choose certainty without having guarantees or evidence, and take action, take divinely inspired action. And then because of that, she has cosmic harmony and abundance around her. Like her atmosphere is well cared for, but it's highly functioning. She can produce comfort and richness and beauty and depth and security and stability. The Empress is highly fertile, highly creative, and highly successful. So it's like the more that you lean into this, the more blessing that you will get come Rosh Hashanah. Like that, all that light and blessing, that's like setting us up for the whole year to come. So it's like the more we put in, the more we invest, the more we'll get back. It's like feeding that Thanksgiving turkey. It's like the more you give the turkey, the bigger the turkey will be come harvest time. So yeah, open your heart to the process and really go into that deep dive. All right, what more do we need to know about our romantic feelings? What about these feelings is valid? What do we need to know? What about them? What's the context? Share the love. So share the love. This is 3 of Swords. This is separation, heartbreak, endings, miscommunications, arguments, upset. So this is, heartbreak. And so this is also paired with the Emperor and sacral chakra. So the Emperor, interesting, it's the divine feminine and the divine masculine have come up in the same reading. And it's like the thing that's sabotaging the relationships is the way that the subconscious patterns from the sacral chakra, that the womb down here is where we hold our subconscious patterns. It's the astral realm. It's where we hold shame and guilt. And so all of that we are not aware of is causing us, that pain inside is causing us to act out in ways that we are seeking to overly control. Maybe we're overly controlling our feelings. Maybe we're trying to suppress our feelings to avoid more heartbreak. Maybe our control issues and all of these subconscious patterns and limiting beliefs, this is the thing that's causing us to sabotage our relationships, right? So yeah, there's something here about going back and remembering, all the ways that your feelings are valid, and remembering how maybe past relationships or others have made you feel like your feelings or your needs weren't valid or didn't matter, right? So maybe that's going back and healing that. Maybe, in your household, maybe you had a lot of family dysfunction. And so as a child, you were put on the back burner and it was just like everybody's just trying to survive. So forget comfort of feelings or, really sitting down with quality time to make sure that, you're getting your needs met and your developmental stages, are happening. It's like, hey, we're just trying to keep it all together, right? Maybe, there was just constant crisis and so your needs weren't met and you almost didn't think that your needs matter because there's always other important things. And so then you're always abandoning the self as an empath to take care of everyone else. Meanwhile, your needs are never getting met. It causes resentment and buildup of what's called bread of shame, which is when you overgive to someone and they resent you for it. And so this could be, actually having a father wound, right? That causes us to want to overperform to seek approval so that we'll have the love of the masculine. by acting out as the masculine, by doing. It's like, what can we do? What can we give? It's like we're only worthy of what like we can give or prove, how we can prove ourselves. So we're getting over that, right? And we're getting to the bottom of it, so that we don't continue on in that cycle, in that loop. Okay, engagement. What do we need to know about engagement? About getting a more commitment and better, more higher quality relationships. Success and growth. So this is this 8 of Wands? Let me see if this is 8 of Wands or 8 of Swords. Okay, yeah, so it's 8 of Wands. Accomplishment, speed, resolution, and progress. So yeah, that's pretty much just confirms what we were just talking about. So it's like the more that we can do this work and get to the bottom of these issues, the less we'll be compelled to act from those places of unconscious impulses and feelings of insecurity or lack or low self-worth. So the more that we're on top of them and aware of them, the less they have control over us, and the more that we can make progress and move forward very quickly. It's just like the card says, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. When we get through this period, it's like if we put a lot of work in here and we really get clear about ourselves, we could move forward and progress in our love lives faster than we expect. Maybe faster than we're ready for. So do all that stuff that you need to do now while you have time. Okay, and then clearly decide what you want. Let's get a card on very soon. Okay, what is this? Ooh, listen. So High Priestess, turn inward, tune inward, spend that time on the self, spend that time with Source, spend that time in quiet listening and healing and clearing out your mind, clearing out your heart, clearing the soul of all that clutter, all that debris, all that baggage, all that static, so that you can be really tuned in with your intuition and hear it clearly and have insight into what's the next right direction for you, right? As you meet new people and whatnot, it's like you'll know faster what's on the up and ups and what isn't, or what's right and what's not, or what's in alignment and who is not, right? And then you can more clearly decide quickly. And the more clear you are, it's like you don't want to keep entertaining a situation that's like a definite no, right? It kind of like breaks the spell, right? So tune in, listen. You kind of know there might be something deep within you where you know what the next thing is, or you kind of have a feeling something's coming. So listen to that. Pay attention to your guidance. Pay attention when your intuition tells you to go somewhere, right? There could be a reason. There could be someone there that is going to introduce you to someone, or you're going to meet someone. You never know. So listen, tune in, because very soon, you never know what could happen. All right, y'all. We all be good, but not too good. And I will actually be filming our weekend message for like our Friday message right after this. So stay tuned. And I'm on TikTok now. So follow me on TikTok at Liz_Taylor_Magick. And follow me on Instagram at Liz_Taylor_Magick, and subscribe to this channel and like this video. Thank you.